Sephoris versus Waladil. We are here ready to go. I'm going to jump in for Waladil, and then we're good to go. And so Deranged Den is on a really cool Yeti build, and Waladil is on a Combrei list. So, like, Sephoris is going to be trying to get Wump down and then use all of their Yetis. Specifically, they have, like, a lot of, like, BAM and other things that make 1/1 Yetis with the Infiltrate mechanic, so they can deal damage immediately and draw them cards. And Waladil is going to be just trying to, like, overpower instead with larger units than that. So there's going to be a little bit of a battle between, like, kind of a go-wide strategy on Sephoris' side and between Waladil. And the big things that we're going to watch out for are Thudrock's Masterwork and Wump. Make sure everybody knows. I'll just message Deranged Dan here as well. Or Deranged Dan, Sephoris. Alright. And we are off. So Awakened Student's a nice start. Defiance is really good removal against Sephoris' deck. And Stand Together is really nasty in this format, because unlike in regular ranked now, this is the Expedition format, and there's no Vara, so there's nothing that, like, instantly nukes all of Aegis. So making it so that your units can't be targeted is a very, very big upside. And I imagine we see Awakened Student into a power here. That's what I would want to do personally. We could maybe see, like, a Friendly Wisp, because if we can get a unit down that's 5 or more, then you draw some cards. But there's... do you need to hit a power card for that to happen? Oh, none of that's going to happen. We're just going to see Dawnwalker. So Waladil's just going for straight aggro here. I liked the Awakened Student and power it to a 3/3 and then hold up Defiance play, because I like killing off Blurry Chaser. This card can be obnoxious. You get a lot of scout off of it, and it can be a lot of damage. Yep. Alright, so it's a 2/4, and then quickly becomes, I imagine, a 4/2, and it'll get a bunch of scouts, +1 Spyglass. When you've scouted 6 times, you get 4 1/1 Yetis, and that's a really cool combo here, obviously, because you're going to get quite a few activations fast. Waladil's going to need to hold up the Defiance now. Ooh, interesting. Sephoris didn't activate against. They've got something else to play afterwards. Let's see what that is. Unless they made a mistake. But I'd be surprised. Permafrost the Dawnwalker, which is a really good removal for it. Waladil did get the power for Cykalis, so now we're going to see Awakened Student into power card into Friendly Wisp, I have to imagine. Maybe debating holding up Defiance, though. I could see that being a consideration. My cat is playing around in the green screen in the background. Cool, cool. Nope, just going to be playing the Friendly Wisp and holding up Defiance. Yeah, so I don't think that that's wrong. Waladil is correctly valuing Defiance very highly here against this Blurry Chaser. Really do not want to let Blurry Chaser Spyglass actually happen. I was just going to say, I wonder if Sephoris realizes that Defiance might be happening here and stops it. Scouts again. And there's the Defiance. Okay. Yeah.
You will pay for your crimes.
Sephoris has a fast spell, but no answer to that. Ooh, a second Wisp is kind of nice. But yeah, Waladil's not going to get cute and is just going to go for the guaranteed draw now, which I like. And next turn, I imagine we finally get to see Awakened Student into Friendly Wisp. So Sephoris has something at fast speed, but they're not using it right away. And Torch doesn't actually get the Cykalis on the first turn because it's just unavailable to be hit. It's got that invulnerability. Sephoris needs to use their spells on their turn, by the way, a little bit at least, because of that Stand Together activation, right? The threat of Stand Together is something that Sephoris is going to have to be very careful about. And we'll see if they realize that and go for the removal on Cykalis right now. Yep, they do. Smart play by Sephoris, like knowing that it's a possibility to Stand Together just wrecks them and killing it now instead of when it becomes an issue. And it looks like Waladil might even hold up the Stand Together. Yep. I definitely like that because they can just go Friendly Wisp into Sandstorm Titan next turn. Sephoris is in a lot of trouble. Sephoris needs to find a pretty big swing here. They need something like the Wump or the Thud Rocks right away. And, I mean, Sandstorm Titan is just a really big problem. Oh, no. First of all, that Polymorph gets blown out. Second of all, that means that the only Polymorph that Sephoris has, the only real answer to Sandstorm Titan, is gone. And, yeah, this is looking unfortunate. Here comes Cykalis, deciding not even to Sandstorm Titan, just wants more damage in, which I think is very fair right now. This is a lot that's happening. And I wouldn't be surprised if we just see a scoop right now. Yeah, it looks like it's a concession attack here. Oof, that was even undepleted power. So Sephoris literally has nothing in hand, has to have another power card, and will just die here. That does give fire, which is not the worst. But this is not the best hand, for sure. I can definitely see this as being something you throw back. Yeah. Oh, this is much better. Early Torch, Chunk's pretty nice. Howling Peak Smuggler to go to the market. Where you can get like a Polymorph and actually deal with something like a Titan. There's not a lot in Sephoris' deck that can. Like Ice Bolt does, and Polymorph, and really that's about it. And of course then you have to also worry about the Stand Together, so it's something where Sephoris needs those go wide boards quickly. Sephoris has just got a bit of a slow one here. At least Waladil's also not, like, coming blazing out the gates. Yeah, definitely not. So, Bam could be shifted. Yeah, and that's what we see here. Just going after the market. I think I like that a little bit more than going to the market already for Sephoris, because you're not 100% on what you want. It's pretty likely that you want to go for the Polymorph, like, for example, if your opponent plays a Sandstorm Titan. But you don't 100% know that. This is an interesting turn now, because Wump is something that's very, very important to Sephoris, and something they want to get down fairly early. They especially want it against, when they have the Bam in play, right? Because Bam attacks, makes a 1-1, and the 1-1 instantly hits from Wump's effect, dealing a damage to the enemy player, and drawing a card for Sephoris. So that's like a really big combo that they have, but they have to deal with this Titan. They have to remember the Titan on Waladil's side. So this, oh no. This is a really, really lackluster turn for Sephoris. Waladil is 100% holding up Stand Together, right? Like, they have to go for it. Yup. And there's no way, like, the worst part is that you've got the torch sitting there waiting, and there's no real way to use the torch in such a way that you actually bait it out. So that is, like, that's a rough one. That's a really, really tough one. Accelerate comes down for Waladil here, so they can just attack in right away with whatever they have next, which could be something pretty big. Another Titan would be real bad news for Sephoris.
It's written right here.
Yeah, and I mean, Sephoris has a good hand, but Waladil is just roaring out the gate here, and the Titan is so hard to answer. Stand Together, just such a stellar card in this matchup, and it's really proving too much for Sephoris to actually handle. They can kill the Praxis Arcanum, and they can draw a card by attacking with the BAM here, but they take so much damage on these backswings. Does give some chump blocks. And we'll have to see. The question now is, how good is what Waladil got off of that Accelerate? Like, how much is coming down? Sephoris has now also grabbed Torch plus Char, which with the double Howling Peak Smuggler actually allows it to kill the Titan. It's a lot of value put into one play, but it's necessary at this point. Yeah, it's another Titan. Oh, wow. And the problem is that, like, Sephoris can't throw away these Howling Peak Smugglers yet to, like, triple block one of the Titans, because they need the extra bump to kill the other Titan with the Torch. I like that, though. One of those could go away. They still have enough with double Torch. Like, oh, sorry, not double Torch, but Torch Char to actually kill the big one. But yeah, Waladil going into the market is bad news. Sword of Unity is not Expedition legal, so there is a little bit of help there, because Sword of Unity would be particularly bad for poor Sephoris. This is one of those moments where I actually think maybe Sephoris jumped the gun a bit. That was an obvious line, and I did the same thing. I was thinking about that immediately, like just double torching that Titan. But it might have been a lot better to attack with the BAM and see where the blocks came in, because you kind of need to get that BAM activation. And if the block comes in appropriately, then you get to nail something. Hey, Lost Mojo! Thank you for that resub. Good to see you. And now, what did Waladil get from the market? It can't be a Stand Together, because those are in the main for Waladil. And that's... Sephoris is now running through exactly what it can be, right? And just a straight-up trade. Great Parliament is the card they went for this time. Okay. Yeah, dealing with flyers is not something that Yetis does well. Chunk will stop one of them, but... yeah. Need a really good top deck here. Something like a Torch would be amazing. It just takes the damage. Alright. It's not 100% over. Just a regular Jotun. We actually haven't seen Sephoris play Justa yet. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to help them out too much here. BAM might still give them an out. So we're definitely going to see a swing here. No, just way too much power for our Yeti deck. Surprisingly close, though. This is a lot of damage coming in at Waladil right now. Like, putting them to 11 is a thing. But flyers are a little too much for Sephoris. And this time, Waladil takes it down, getting the better in the rematch. And taking it out when it matters, because... the first time was not an elimination round. That was just winners. But this one is losers. So well played by both players. But unfortunately, our Yeti deck finally goes down in losers semifinals, and we now have the losers finals is determined. We're going to be having Waladil versus Celtic Guardian. And then the winner of that will go back to fight Lazy Minerva in the finals.